The Mughal Empire, once a formidable power in India, began to decline after the death of Emperor Aurangzeb in 1707. Aurangzeb's long and costly wars, particularly in the Deccan, drained the empire's resources and weakened its administration. His religious policies, including the reimposition of the jizya tax on non-Muslims, alienated many Hindus. The empire's vastness became a liability as controlling the distant provinces proved increasingly difficult. Governors became more autonomous, often acting independently of the Mughal court. This period of decentralization provided an opportunity for ambitious regional powers to assert their independence. The Mughal emperors who succeeded Aurangzeb were generally weak and ineffective. Court intrigues and factionalism further weakened the central authority. The Mughal Empire, once a symbol of unity and strength, was crumbling from within, paving the way for the rise of new powers in the Indian subcontinent. From the rugged hills of the Deccan, the Marathas emerged as a powerful force in the early 18th century. Shivaji Maharaj, a charismatic and skilled warrior king, laid the foundation for an independent Maratha kingdom. He challenged the mighty Mughal Empire and carved out his own domain. Shivaji was a master strategist and a brilliant military commander. He employed guerrilla warfare tactics, using the Deccan's terrain to his advantage. His cavalry, known for its speed and mobility, could strike quickly and disappear into the hills. Shivaji's legacy extended beyond his military exploits. He was an able administrator and a patron of the arts. He promoted the use of the Marathi language and fostered a sense of Maratha identity. His descendants and successors, the Peshwas, continued his expansionist policies, eventually establishing Maratha dominance over much of India. In the northwest, the Sikh community, under the leadership of Guru Gobind Singh, transformed into a formidable military force. Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru, instilled a martial spirit in his followers. He established the Khalsa, a brotherhood of warrior saints, known for their courage and discipline. Guru Gobind Singh introduced the 5 Kirtis Kesh, Kanghar, Kara, Kirpan, and Kachira as symbols of Sikh identity and commitment. He compiled the Sikh holy book, the Guru Granth Sahib, which became the spiritual and moral compass for the Sikhs. Facing persecution from the Mughal authorities, the Sikhs engaged in a series of battles to defend their faith and freedom. Their resilience and martial prowess made them a force to be reckoned with in the region. In the fertile plains of the Ganges, the Nawabs of Awadh rose to prominence. Saadat Khan, a Persian nobleman, established the Awadh dynasty in the early 18th century. He was appointed as the governor of Awadh by the Mughal emperor, but he gradually asserted his independence. Awadh, with its strategic location and agricultural wealth, became a centre of power and patronage. The Nawabs maintained a lavish court and were patrons of the arts, particularly music and dance. They built magnificent palaces and gardens in their capital, Lucknow, which became renowned for its cultural vibrancy. The Nawabs of Awadh played a complex role in Indian politics, sometimes allying with the Mughals and other times siding with their rivals. Their rule, though marked by periods of instability and decline, left a lasting impact on the cultural landscape of North India. Section 5. The Nawabs of Bengal: Wealth and Independence. Bengal, with its fertile delta and flourishing trade, became a hub of economic activity. Murshid Quli Khan, a capable administrator, established his control over Bengal in the early 18th century. He defied Mughal authority and established an independent dynasty. Murshid Quli Khan implemented administrative reforms, streamlined revenue collection, and promoted trade. He made Bengal a prosperous province, attracting merchants and traders from across the globe. His successors continued his policies, amassing vast wealth and maintaining Bengal's independence. The Nawabs of Bengal, like their counterparts in Awadh, patronized the arts and culture. However, their rule was also marked by internal conflicts and external threats, which eventually led to their downfall. Section 6. The Carnatic, a crucible of power. In the south, the Carnatic region witnessed the emergence of several competing powers. The weakening of the Mughal Empire created a power vacuum that was filled by ambitious local rulers, including the Nizam of Hyderabad, the Marathas, and the European trading companies. The Carnatic Wars, a series of conflicts fought between the European powers, primarily the British East India Company and the French East India Company, for control of trade and territory, further complicated the political landscape. These wars had a profound impact on the balance of power in South India, ultimately paving the way for British dominance. Section 7. Cultural impacts of the regional powers. The rise of regional powers had a significant impact on the cultural landscape of India. While the Mughal Empire had promoted a synthesis of Persian and Indian cultures, the regional powers often emphasized local traditions and languages. The Marathas promoted the Marathi language and literature, while the Sikhs developed their own distinct religious and cultural identity. The Nawabs of Awadh and Bengal were patrons of music, dance, and architecture, contributing to the development of unique regional styles. This period witnessed a flourishing of regional cultures as different parts of India developed their own distinct identities. Section 8. Legacy of resistance and rule. The rise of the regional powers after Aurangzeb's death marked a turning point in Indian history. It represented the decline of centralized Mughal rule and the emergence of a more fragmented political landscape. These regional powers, though often vying for power amongst themselves, left a lasting legacy on India. They contributed to the development of regional languages and cultures. They also challenged the notion of a single centralized empire, paving the way for a more diverse and federal India. Section 9. Conclusion: A New India. The death of Aurangzeb in 1707 marked the beginning of a new era in Indian history. The Mughal Empire, weakened by internal strife and external challenges, gave way to a multitude of regional powers. These powers, though often engaged in conflicts with each other, contributed to the rich tapestry of Indian history and culture. The rise of the Marathas, the Sikhs, the Nawabs of Awadh and Bengal, and the emergence of new powers in the Carnatic region transformed the political landscape of India. Their stories are tales of ambition, courage, cultural innovation, and the enduring human spirit in the face of change. They remind us that Indian history is not a monolithic narrative, but a complex and fascinating interplay of diverse forces.